All right, I am going to be walking y'all through my process of color grading SLOG3 inside of Premiere Pro. I am not a professional colorist by all means. I like to think I create some pretty frames here and there, but yeah, thought this would be kind of a cool idea to share with you guys and just kind of how I do it in Premiere Pro. Hope you guys dig it. All right, here's the first shot we're going to be coloring right now. Pretty sure this is Liam just doing his VSL here. This is just something we filmed probably about 2 months ago. But this is his gym in Boca. The first thing I do is find my Rec 709 Sony conversion. I shoot on the A7S III. So for those of you who are wondering where to find it, it is on their website in the downloadable section. So I just keep it in an assets folder and I drag that onto an adjustment layer in the creative tab. And wow, I mean, this looks pretty decent off the bat. You can see I kind of just added, I had a tube light over here. I wanted to match his like background accent, like lighting that's pretty warm. If I had to redo this shot again, I would probably, there's a lamp back here in this corner, I would probably boost like a little fill light behind this leg press machine to just emphasize this lighting back here on this plant a little bit. But other than that, I mean, skin tones look good, white balance is pretty good. So yeah, let's go into this here. Honestly, with my tint, I like to honestly bump this to 2 or 3 on most frames we shoot. I think it's just cause like Sony might tend to go a little green. You can mess with those tint sliders in your camera, but I just haven't done that yet. But yeah, the first thing I do is I'm kind of like messing with the white balance. I like to stay a little on the warmer side, but not too much. Like I said, white balance was pretty good here. We'll do that. And I kind of mess with the exposure. Not much, honestly. We contrast it a little bit. All right, that doesn't look too bad. Just basic corrections here. Yeah, I'm digging that. Honestly, it's already looking pretty good. Tended to sharpen stuff just a little bit here. I play with vibrance a good bit. I rarely ever touch saturation. On the curves here, I just make 2 dots like this and I just like kind of bump it down. That looks terrible, but hold on. Yeah, I mean, that's a bit better. A little dark. Like I said, I think a light back here just would have made like a world of a difference. Maybe a hair light, edge light over here too. This was pretty run and gun, a full day shoot, just kind of getting him a ton of content for the month, but yeah, next time. This looks pretty good though. This looks pretty good already. Yeah, I guess like after I do the curves, I honestly throw on this LUT I've been using since I started filming when I was like 14, but it's just like LUT pack I found on Instagram. It's this classic orange and teal LUT. Every time I put it on, I typically keep it like around 12 to 20 intensity. Yeah, I mean, this is looking pretty good so far. It's like, it's minor. Like this is without vibrance in the LUT I just threw on, and then this is with it. It might just bump the highlights just a little bit and kind of just puts an overall like super cool like shadows looks fine without that. And I'm not sure if I even need to mess with any of these. I usually do, but I don't think it makes sense for this shot. No, I like the warmer look. And sometimes to cancel out the green in some of my clips, I just bump the midtones up a little bit to this red. But like I said, I mean, this is pretty drilled. A little bit of light in here, so not much to work with, but yeah, this is what we get. So this is raw. This is just your standard S-Log, Rec 709, into the final grade. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Yeah, I got proxies on, so this just like looks not Sony A7S III quality, but it is. I'm gonna export this and honestly just put it in right here. Let's find another clip to edit. These are honestly some pretty good frames here. This was on my bachelor's trip. Me and the boys, we got a house in the Keys, and I brought my camera out for 10 minutes at sunset of all of us kind of playing cornhole. But I mean, these frames kind of turned out really nice. That's pretty cool. I gotta post this stuff, man. I don't stay consistent on Instagram. I just kind of like make stuff, client work, they post it. Sometimes I post it, and you know, but half the times I kind of create little pieces like this and I just like never get around to posting it. But I'm trying to change that. All right, we are gonna color grade this shot here. So yeah, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go grab the Rec 709 LUT. We're gonna drop it in on the adjustment layer. Okay. Skin tones are pretty drilled right off the bat. Something that I have been doing this past year has been using a monitor for my talking heads and utilizing the false colors in there. It is so easy to use. Don't be intimidated by it, but I promise you, once you start using it, you're gonna use it for all of your talking heads. Something you can do is go to your opacity, make a mask, drag it over the brightest part of his face where the light source is hitting, and then come over to telemetry colors. As you can see, this is right on the money. This is peaking at 70. I'm pretty sure this stuff is like, I'm pretty sure this level is like IRE. I'm not like completely sure, but I just know you want your skin exposure levels to be around the 70 mark. And it is, it's drilled, and I kind of knew that because I was able to use false colors on my monitor. So that's just a cheeky little trick you can do to check your exposure levels on your skin tones. So we're gonna delete that, and we're gonna come back to color in this. All right, so temp. I mean, honestly, we're gonna keep it. I like the warm look in here because he's got that whole warm vibe going on in his gym. Tint, like I said, I kind of bump this to 2 or 3 every time. Exposure, that's pretty good. We're just gonna really mess with like darks and whites here, some contrast. don't want to touch highlights. Honestly, maybe we can go down a little bit on highlights. Just a little bit. By 2. Nah. Shadows, whites, black. Like I said, like maybe some of these shots, like I just didn't give myself much to work with here, but like that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like I got 2 light sources. I got one behind him just to emphasize the warm light once again, and it's just another way to kind of create separation from him and his background. And just, you know, basic key light. I use the Amaron F22C, just kind of blasted here, making a Rembrandt look with that shadow right on his nose here. Now we're gonna go to the curves. We're gonna do the S, slight S, that's the idea. That is too much. A little bit, we're gonna barely move that. Okay, so now that I have those good, we're gonna go grab my special little LUT here. The orange and teal, we're gonna turn that down because we don't want it looking like we just slapped a frickin' LUT on there, like we're in 6th grade again. This looks pretty good. Not much to work with here, but a little bit of red because on this shadow side he's kind of getting a little green in here. Not much, you know, to the normal eye they probably won't recognize it. This honestly might be the only thing I do to this. This looks really good. Okay, I mean that's done. All right, so here's Rec 709, boom. And then here's the adjustments we made. Boom. Honestly, I think this looks really good. Yeah, that looks good. I'll drop the final render here too. All right, guys, thanks for chilling with me. Maybe I'll do another one of these. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, and I'll do some more. I got a ton of projects I can show you guys, kind of just how I go through and color grade my stuff. I like color grading a ton. I think it's the most satisfying part, coming home after a shoot and just seeing if you drilled your lighting setup or not. So let me know what y'all think, and I'll see you in the next one.